the Association of American Feed Control Officials refuses to investigate it further. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you. Go ahead and click that subscribe button up above, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a notification. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description box below to get your free copy of my book, all about DCM. This condition first drew serious attention when the FDA reported a potential link between dog food and dilated cardiomyopathy about 5 years ago. Since that first alert, more than 1,000 cases have been reported, and the numbers continue to rise. The most interesting and concerning part is that the earliest cases were associated with grain-free dog food, particularly the kind that contains high levels of pulses like peas, lentils, chickpeas, and legumes. These ingredients were meant to be healthy alternatives, but some experts now believe they may be contributing to this serious heart condition in dogs. So, what exactly is DCM? Well, to understand that, let's take a look at what a healthy dog heart looks like. A normal heart is a powerful muscle with 4 distinct chambers and a thick muscular wall. It works continuously to pump blood to the lungs and then out to the rest of the body, delivering oxygen and nutrient. In dogs suffering from DCM, however, that thick heart muscle starts to thin out. The walls become floppy and weak, almost like a balloon losing its structure. This makes it incredibly difficult for the heart to pump blood efficiently, which can lead to severe health problems or even death if left untreated. The transformation from a strong, healthy heart to a thin and ineffective one is what makes DCM so dangerous and so tragic. It's crucial to understand how diet might be playing a role in this so we can make better choices for our pets' health and well-being. In veterinary practice, the heart's job is to pump blood throughout the entire body, and for many years, dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM, was thought to be strictly hereditary. It was something vets expected to see in certain breeds like Dobermans, Boxers, Great Danes, and Cocker Spaniels, dogs with a known genetic predisposition to heart disease. But that expectation changed when DCM started showing up in dog breeds that had never been connected to it before. That's when the term non-hereditary DCM began gaining attention, and that's also when experts started taking a hard look at commercial dog food as a possible cause. Now, to be fair, the risk to your dog is still very small. We're talking about a few thousand confirmed cases out of millions of dogs in the United States and Canada, so statistically, the chances are low. But the fact that it's happening at all, and happening outside the traditional genetic lines, means it's worth investigating. The problem is the FDA, even after years of reviewing cases and collecting data, still hasn't been able to determine a single underlying cause. They're looking into several possibilities, including nutrient imbalances like taurine deficiency, but they've yet to settle on one explanation. What's more frustrating is that people like Susan Thixton from The Truth About Pet Food and holistic vet Dr. Karen Becker have repeatedly asked the FDA and regulatory authorities to investigate further. They've urged them to study ingredient formulations, nutrient bioavailability, and overall manufacturing practices. And yet, those requests have been ignored. AFCO, which stands for the Association of American Feed Control Officials, is the body that sets the standards for what goes into your pet's food. They're supposed to regulate nutrient content and make sure everything in the food meets specific requirements to be labeled complete and balanced. But even with that oversight role, they haven't taken proper action to examine whether certain ingredients could be contributing to this troubling condition. This lack of accountability is what continues to concern vets, pet owners, and watchdog organizations alike. Complete and balanced, those are the words printed right on the front of this dog food bag. It even states that it's 100% complete and balanced for the health and vitality of adult dogs. But here's where the problem starts. That definition of complete and balanced is based on calorie needs developed for an active dog. Let's say you've got a pretty energetic little dog that weighs around 25 pounds. Based on feeding guidelines, she should be getting about 2.5 cups of this food every day. But what if she's not active? What if she's a couch potato or older, or just not burning as many calories? In that case, to prevent weight gain, you might feed her only 1.5 cups a day. That's a full third less. And the issue is, when you reduce the amount of food, you're also reducing the amount of nutrients she receives. Suddenly, this food isn't so complete and balanced anymore. That's not just speculation either. Multiple scientific research papers have confirmed that when dogs are fed less food, due to caloric restriction, they're more likely to experience nutritional deficiencies. Even though the food claims to meet all nutrient requirements, it only does so when fed at the full recommended volume. If you're feeding less than that, your dog is getting significantly lower amounts of essential nutrients. These include thiamine, magnesium, selenium, and vitamin E, nutrients that are absolutely vital for maintaining heart health. In fact, several studies have found that deficiencies in these very nutrients are linked to dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM, not just in animals, but in humans as well. So if you're following the advice on the label but adjusting portions for your dog's actual lifestyle, there's a real chance your dog is missing out on what they need to stay truly healthy. And that's a serious concern for long-term well-being. One important study pointed out something very specific: deficiencies in 2 amino acids or compounds related to amino acids can lead directly to nutritional DCM. That's a big deal, because it means DCM might not always be caused by the ingredients in the dog food itself, but rather by how much of that food is being fed. Based on that finding, researchers are now urging the FDA to go back and review all those previously reported DCM cases in dogs where diet was believed to be a factor. What they want to know is whether those dogs were being fed calorie-restricted diet. If they were, then it's entirely possible those dogs weren't receiving all of the essential nutrients required to maintain a healthy, properly functioning heart. That could mean a lot of those cases were the result of unintentional nutrient deficiencies simply because dogs were being fed less food. In many homes, feeding less is a common strategy to manage weight or reduce costs, but it might come with serious consequences. A dog on a restricted portion might look healthy on the outside but could be starving nutritionally on the inside. To me, that explanation makes a lot of sense. It's a clear, logical link between reduced food intake and the development of DCM, and it's something that absolutely deserves deeper investigation by the FDA. So how can you protect your dog from going down that same path, from having a strong, healthy heart to one that becomes weak and vulnerable? The first step is simple. Don't rely too heavily on kibble alone, especially if you're feeding reduced amounts. Secondly, avoid brands that don't provide a comprehensive amino acid profile. And perhaps most importantly, add variety to your dog's diet. Look for whole food ingredients that naturally contain a wide spectrum of essential amino acid. By doing so, you ensure your dog gets everything they need to maintain strong heart health, no matter how much or how little food they're eating. Dog foods that are especially rich in essential amino acids are incredibly important for supporting normal heart function in your dog. These amino acids aren't just helpful, they are absolutely necessary to maintain a healthy, properly functioning heart. And let's be honest, most of us still feed our dogs kibble. I still feed my own dog Tula kibble from time to time. But what I always make sure to do is add in nutrients that boost the overall nutritional value of that kibble. One great example of a food you can add is eggs. Eggs are packed full of amino acids that are critical for your dog's heart health, and they're also affordable and easy to prepare. By incorporating eggs into your dog's meals, you can significantly increase their intake of these essential nutrients. The other option is supplementation. If your dog's diet may be lacking certain elements, supplements can help fill in the gap. My supplement, Dr. Jones's Ultimate Canine Advanced Plus Health Formula, contains extra taurine, which has been shown to potentially reduce the risk of DCM. I'm including links in the description so you can check out those scientific studies for yourself. And I'm also including contact information for the FDA, because we, as dog parents, deserve transparency. We deserve to know what's really behind the rise in DCM and how much of a role diet may be playing. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Energy Secrets of Dog Food and DCM. Be sure to click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll get notifications of future videos, and check the link in the box below. When you click it, I'll send you a free copy of my book so you can dive even deeper into the truth about dog food and heart health.